good morning. In the last class, we have seen that reversible and irreversible. There are two types of process: reversible process and irreversible process. So, reversible process, as we say in the last class, the reversible process is which process which can repeat, or there is an exact repetition of state of the system. There is my final state, initial state to final state. There is a repetition. Means this is the initial state and this is the final state, A to B. So the process in which the repetition is occurs. Okay. So this is called the reversible process. Second is there is the examples of reversible process. All the isothermals and adiabatic processes are the reversible process. Then Joule's heating law. Then there is a next is the boiling of hot water and ice, making of ice. This is also the reversible process. Joule's heating effect is also the example of a reversible process. And then next one is the irreversible process. Irreversible process. So the process which does not repeat, or the process which does not have any repetition. Okay, the process in which there is no exact repetition of all the change in the reverse direction of the process is called the irreversible process, and all the natural process in the surrounding happens are the all irreversible process. For example, rainfall, flood, drought. So these are the an earthquake. Okay, so these all the process are the irreversible process. And another examples of irreversible process are the spontaneous expansion of gas by moving piston, spontaneous conduction, radiation, there is a loss of heat, and these type of processes are the irreversible process. And in this class we are studying heat engine. So we already know the definition of heat engine, that is heat engine is the engine or any practical machine, means any practical machine which convert heat into mechanical work. Okay, any practical machine, which convert heat into mechanical work. It's called heat engine. Is called heat engine. So any machine, we take here any type of machine, so which besides work done, means the heat is converted into work done, mechanical work, it called the heat engine. So heat engine has the three main parts. Of heat engine. First is the source of heat. Second is the working substance. And third is the sink of heat. So these are the three main parts of the heat engine. Then diagram of heat engine. So this is the source. So this is the working substance, means in cyclic manner. This is a cycle. And this is the sink. So this is a diagram of heat engine, any practical heat engine. So first part is the source of the heat. So this source of the heat maintained as the high temperature T1. Okay, so this T1 is the temperature which is the high. Okay, so source is maintained as the high temperature T1, and the heat is absorbed from the source at the high temperature T1. So after absorbing heat, the work is done by the process, or the work is done by this. In this there is a working substance involved. So working substance make the work done. So this work done means Q1 amount of heat is absorbed from the source at temperature T1, and after doing the work done, so this work done is equals to Q1 minus Q2. So after doing work done means small part of work done is happened here, and after that the remaining part of the heat which is absorbed from the source at higher temperature, so remaining part of the heat is rejected into this sink, and this sink is maintained at the temperature T2, means the low temperature. So this is the working of heat engine. Okay, source is maintained as a higher temperature, sink is maintained as the lower temperature. Small amount of means a certain amount of heat is absorbed at temperature T1 from the source, and after doing a small part of work done is happened here, and after that work done there is remaining heat is rejected in the sink T2 and maintained as the lower temperature T2. So therefore the work done, mechanical work means heat can be converted into mechanical work. So this work is the Q1 minus Q2. Okay, so this is the work done, Q1 minus Q2. So according to definition, any practical machine which convert heat into mechanical work is called the heating. So this is the diagram of heat engine. Okay, so you all understand this topic. So then next term is the efficiency, and in that working substance is used. So in the steam engine, as we know, steam engine, okay, steam engine, according to name, steam engine use the substance water vapor as a working substance, and is in the gas or gas engine or gas geyser, we can say that. So in that case the working substance is the all types of combustible gases, mixture of all combustible gases. So this is the steam engine. In this, water vapor is the working substance, and in the gas engine, so mixture of all combustible gases is the working substance. So this is the total working of the heat engine. So then next step is the efficiency of heat engine. Efficiency of heat engine. Efficiency of heat engine. So the efficiency is denoted by the letter eta, and eta is equals to work done divided by heat absorbed by the source. Okay, so this is the formula for the efficiency of heat engine. So in vertical form we can write as the ratio of work done. Okay, so this is the ratio of work done by the gas or the working substance, work done by the in the process, work done. So it is the ratio of work done to the heat absorbed by the source. So this is the work done in the diagram Q1 minus Q2. We write here eta is equals to Q1 minus Q2 divided by, and heat absorbed by the source is the Q1. So this is the Q1 amount of heat is absorbed by the source. Okay, so this is the efficiency formula. If we calculate this, eta is equals to 1 minus Q2 by Q1. So this is the formula for the efficiency of heat engine. Okay, here eta is the efficiency of heat engine. Q1 is the heat absorbed, by the heat engine, and Q1 minus Q2 is the mechanical work by the heat engine. Okay, so this is the efficiency of heat engine. So since Q1 minus Q2, here the ratio Q1 minus Q2, this is the ratio, work done is Q1 minus Q2, is always less than Q2. Means this ratio Q1 minus Q2 is always less than Q2. Sorry, Q1. Q1 is a large amount of heat. This ratio means there is a reduction of heat energy in the sink, that is Q1 is a large quantity, and from this large quantity there is a rejection Q2 of the heat. So this ratio means this work done is less than the Q1. So therefore any heat engine, or hence the efficiency of heat engine can never be 100%. As this ratio is less, the efficiency of heat engine never be 100%, because there is a small amount of work, means work done, small amount of heat is used by the for the work done, and remaining heat, so the remaining heat is rejected in the sink. Okay, there is a loss of heat by the heat engine, so that's why there is a efficiency of heat engine can never be 100%. So this is the working and efficiency of heat engine. In the last class we will see the Carnot ideal heat engine. Okay, thank you.